What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So today, yes, we are going to be talking about yet again another buff. And this one is going to pertain to mainly just the Kilo 141. So this buff was actually pretty surprising because it ended up making the top 10 of Ferg's video for this season. Ferg, as well as many other YouTubers, usually make their top 10 weapons list every season. And that's usually just to keep things, I guess, fresh because sometimes there are updates where, a new weapon gets buffed and it ends up becoming one of the top 10 weapons. And surprisingly, with the Kilo, at least for him, he actually put it as his number 10 pick. So I know you guys must be asking yourself what kind of changes to this weapon influenced Fergie Wergie to actually put this into the top 10. So the Kilo 141 was actually one of the weapons that received the most changes out of the patch notes. So first off, the lower arm multiplier got increased from 1.1 times to 1.2 times. So basically, now this weapon can now three-shot to the chest, the lower arm, and now the head. So yes, it has far more three-shot consistency, at least in the first range, which can basically span up to like maybe 25 meters or more. Not only that, the OWC Marksman also got a reduced penalty for the ADS time on the Marksman barrel, going from 18% to 12%, making it a little bit faster. And they also removed the movement speed penalty completely from the first extended mag, which gives you 40 rounds. And for the large extended mag, they reduced the movement speed penalty from 4% to 2%. So these are pretty big changes for the Kilo 141 because first off, it's a little bit stronger. Now it's more three tap consistent. And not only that, it also has a lot more speed than before. And for the speed aspect, this was something that they actually improved recently by giving the silencer barrel like ADS movement time, strafing speed. So at the time, I assumed that they were just trying to make the weapon a little bit more friendlier for rusher players. And it kind of seems like it's still the case, but with that multiplier buff, it just makes it into a complete beast. And I understand why it could be a top 10 weapon. During the patch notes, I did kind of compare this weapon to the KN-44 because basically has the same type of multipliers that allow the same access for three-shot consistency. But at the time, I mentioned that the KN-44 has a lot more of that three-tap range. It could go up to like more than 35 meters, which is, I think, like 10 meters more than what the Kilo could handle. It's kind of a no-brainer that the KN-44 would kind of surpass the Kilo in that way, but there's one thing that the Kilo has that the KN-44 doesn't, and that is a 100-round mag. You don't see it in any of the gameplays here. It was something I kind of like figured it out after I recorded the footage. That's because like I was trying to make it into a flex build and it just really felt awkward for me. So I just basically went for a full-on LMG build, which I think could work pretty well for some people, including my friend Vicious, because he's very heavy into LMG usage. So having this would probably be a very good option for him as well. By the way, RIP to anyone that is caught in his crosshairs. But yeah, the fact that the Kilo 141 has the ability to have a 100 round mag drum does kind of help, especially if you're going to be a defensive player. Normally I hate campers, but I mean, I can't argue with results at the same time. It's kind of hypocritical, I know, but yeah, given that this weapon has a lot more consistency for higher damage and using a 100-round mag alongside like maybe a marksman barrel or even extended light barrel or anything that just increases the range even further could actually be a pretty beneficial thing if you want to defend a hard point or maybe some sort of other objective. But I do want to touch upon the consistency a little bit more because for some reason, at least for me and also my friend Face, he did mention this as well. The three tap consistency does feel a little bit weird. It feels like I don't really hit those three tap kills on the chest and the lower arms as much as I would if I was using a KN-44. It might be because with the KN-44, it has pretty high damage on the other parts that don't give you three-shot benefits. I think it goes up to like 30. But with the Kilo, I think it goes up to like 29. So I think, like, if I'm comparing the two, I think the Kilo might have weaker multipliers that might keep you from getting a three-shot kill. I don't know. It's very weird to explain, but I notice more often than not, I still got a lot of four-shot kills. It could have been just a skill issue, maybe just bad luck. Maybe I just wasn't hitting the right multipliers, but a lot of the times it just really felt like it wasn't doing its job. And you would think that it would do a better job given that it has like a higher fire rate than the KN-44, but yeah, for me, it just wasn't working out as good. I mean, it still happened a lot. I was still getting a lot of three taps, but just not as much as I kind of hoped it would. But clearly, there's a lot of people that see something in it that maybe I don't. Maybe it just doesn't work well with me. I mean, that's why I kind of struggle with this weapon to build it out in a certain way because I don't know, with this one, like this, the Kilo has like a lot of vertical recoil. Like the moment you shoot it, it just goes straight up. This was like an issue that the AK-47 actually had back in the day. It doesn't really do that now, but like the AK-47 used to have like this weird like vertical recoil jump, like a massive jump. Maybe it was like a visual thing, but the moment you shot it, it would just go straight up immediately. And that's something that the Kilo has, no matter if you're using the Mythic or not. Maybe things will change when the season 9 movement changes come into this game where like all the weapons are fully updated and everything. But yeah, it just wasn't really it's a weapon that doesn't really go well with me at least. But it's still a pretty good one nonetheless. I have like I think over like 10,000 kills with the weapon. But yeah, so anyways, that's basically it. Here's some gameplay that I managed to just, find within this recording that was all right. So it could just showcase what the Kilo can do now. But yeah, anyways, have a wonderful day, guys. The mission is everything. Victory is for those who are Coon's assistant.
And I didn't save it to this default class? That's retarded.
I'm seeing USS-9.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
What the? Over here. Oh shit. The mission is everything.
Bro, the keyword pull out Mythic Odin.
Oh my god, that did absolutely.
Look at that wall hacks.
Changing map.
Oh my god, he's got Jack 12 Dragon's Breath.
If we lose the match, you can have the chump voice announcer be like, I think everyone could agree this win was stolen. By the Crooked team.
This loss is fake news.
Yeah. It never happened, I swear. Fuck. This loss was more crooked than Hillary. What happened out there? You playing like a lot of you play like a lot of Sleepy Joes.
Little Rocket Man. Kim Jong-un, Little Rocket Man.
Yeah. It'd be cool if we had him too. Man. Aqua Frog, imagine losing to an M4 when you have a USS 9.
Damn.
Damn it.
Advanced UAV is ready. Advanced UAV is on board.
Chill, Mario Dom.
I boxed him in a corner while I was like hitting him too.
You really need to have like a stat that like shows how many times somebody quits.
Right?
Because it's like, so you're telling me that you can't take a loss, so the moment you get your butt kicked, like you have to fucking back out.